So what's it like being inside a torrential storm inside the Airstream? Well, it's dry at least. Let's see outside though. Oh, not so dry. Let's lighten things up. Woo! Try to keep the door closed. It's quite the storm. Well, just hope it doesn't turn into a tornado. Oh hey, I forgot to say hello this morning. I was at that rest stop for a long time because I got in there early and did a lot of work on the computer and ran the generator and survived like this fierce lightning, wind and rain storm last night. And now I am driving to Nauvoo, which, you know, I was trying to get there last night, but I'm going to barely, I'm going to get there for this sunset. So that puts me a day behind. But it's just from my anxiousness to get out east for fall. It's not really like I'm a day behind for any important meeting or anything like that. And I've been looking for places to pull over, but I want to get ahead of this. I want to get out there. And I am, and this kind of road here it's better than the I-80 because I can pull off a little more frequently. But when you go through these bigger towns and places like that with a little more congestion, they definitely limit the number of pull-offs. And then when you're in the middle of nowhere, there's more pull-offs, like all these little roads you can pull off onto. So I'm keeping an eye out for some really cool church. And like per usual, I'm doing a long intro to today's video, and it's kind of like a catch you up intro. And I know that the intros probably should be a little bit more exciting, but yeah, that's my story. I'm quite the fan of what's going on over there. Dark clouds with these low-lying clouds. I decided to pull off. Let's see. And I was like, I don't know. And there's like Opera House, Historical Village. That's what that sign says that you probably can't read. So I'm over there. All right, hey, you'll get a better view of why I wanted to stop now. Look at those clouds. They're like moving so fast, and they've got a dark background, which makes them stand out so nicely for pictures. I went and spent a couple minutes on Google search and on Google Maps, and these really are probably the two best churches from, the Google Maps research that I did. They seem to have the best open space around them, and they're in the older part of town. This one's pretty nice. I just wish those clouds were behind it over there, and I could back up quite a bit and, get them. Sorry, I'll put it in focus here. So yeah, and it seems like a lot of the churches here, and we're in Pella, a lot of the churches are something Reformed church. So there's like First Reformed Church, and there's Second Reformed Church. Can't tell. I think this one's a Reformed church of some sort. And then there's a First Christ Reformed Church and Second Christ. So they all have the word Reformed in it. And if you know what that's all about, why there's so many in one city that are all Reformed something church, let me know. That'd be interesting. I'm not sure what's that all about. And they're going west. And is that a bad sign? So, something about, I watched my tornado out, or storm chasers. Is that a feeder clouds, or I don't know. Anyways, that's my story. I don't know why I walked into the Dollar General over there. I was like, I wonder if it's a dollar store. I think the reason I walked in there is because I don't recall ever having gone into one. I wanted to see what it was like. It was like a grocery store. Maybe cheaper? I don't know. Anyways, there's church. And those little clouds are gone. I probably should have went and chased them. But I felt like a dork for just like walking out, like perusing it for a while and walking out with nothing. So I bought like snacks. Probably not the healthiest decision, but I haven't eaten any fast foods while on the trip. I did that once where I went 2 weeks on a road trip without fast food. Should I try that again, but 52 weeks? I don't think so. I'm not that strict with things, but it could be kind of fun to say. So fun story. I'm driving down the road looking for this church that's over there, and then I look, oh, hey, look, it's like a high school. Man, Pella has a big high school. And I realized Oh, there's crosses on it. It is definitely a church. It's not my first big, huge mega church. Alright, now here's a little gym. What's going on here? Is that tree humongous? Is that church small? The answer is the church is very small. It's a chapel. It's not really a place where you come and worship as a congregation, but you come and do it maybe as individually or as a family. And I should go check to see if it is actually open. But isn't that awesome? Awesome setting. I wish I'd been here with those clouds. When a guy pulled over, right when I pulled over, he's like, "Hey, you got a problem? You know, it broke down or something?" I was like, "No, I just take pictures of churches," and asked him what the deal is. And he told me it's just where people come and pray. Let's look inside. Just a small little thing. So this is it. 3 rows. Little guy. A big thanks to Google Maps for sponsoring this trip. Feels like it. I do these searches for church on Google Maps and they come up and I'm just like, which dots look interesting? The little red dots show up. I'm like, sometimes I'm thinking, oh, this one's right on the trail and it's middle of nowhere, surrounded by nothing. What's going on here? And this is what's going on. It's like perfect. It's like, there's the road right there. Just a little turn off and you get this church with beautiful sky behind it. I mean, like, yeah, it works really nicely. The trees aren't too close to block its view. You got a little cemetery to add a little bit of flavor. Anyways, I like this one. I don't know where I'm at. I think Bethesda, maybe? Iowa? Is that a place? But it's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get a shot of this for Instagram. Okay, I made it. I had to take like a 20-minute nap at some random town. I had to drop off my trailer, but I'm here in Nauvoo. Now I did a little round. Now it's time to go get my tripod. Okay, sadly my phone is about to die and I don't have the spare battery with me and I don't have a way to recharge it because I left that in the trailer. So this is probably the last view. It's at 8%. It stops working at 5% as far as the video. And there we go. That's it. That's the last view of Nauvoo for today. I'll be back in the morning.